Gifts. Aha, there it is. Covington and Burling, LLP, legal services, $140,000. Jack Smith is now hopefully going to have to explain that. What was all that money for if they were not breaking the law? What was it for? Why didn't he use the DOJ resources? They also concluded that the dismissal is necessary because of the appearances of impropriety. Ooh. Jack Smith got a special gift, 140 G's. Free legal services, don't really know why. That's a lot of legal services. Could it be because he was concerned about possible criminality that was conducted by his illegal office? Well, they don't really know, but Politico got their hands on this story. Cheney and Gerstein says that Jack, we know who he is, not a real boy, illegitimate special counsel, is explaining that they got $140,000 in pro bono legal services, and the law firm that did this was Covington and Burling. That's according to disclosure that Politico obtained, which looks like this. Form 278E, Public Financial Disclosure Report by John, aka Jack Smith. Seen there. Electronic signature saying, I certify that the following is true, complete, and correct to the best of my knowledge. And I also confirm, says this ethics certification, so on, that this is all legitimate. And here we have some of these disclosures. And there's going to be a big fat one coming up here soon. Lots of disclosures here. Lots of investments, Vanguard, investment funds, index funds, transactions, gifts. Aha, there it is. Covington and Burling, LLP, legal services, $140,000. Oh, that's amazing. That's like somebody's working with Jack an entire year for free. So inherited assets and more. The dude has a lot of investments and a lot of disclosures here, but $140,000 from that law firm. Very curious. Now, a spokesperson for Covington declined to comment. Two of the Covington lawyers who represented Smith, Koski and Brewer, also did not respond for a request for comment. Not clear exactly why he got outside legal advice, but Trump repeatedly railed against Smith and his team, vowing to prosecute them criminally, as they should. They ought to throw Jack Smith and his thugs in jail, said Trump in 2023, which will hopefully happen soon because they did break the law. In her first day of the job, Pam Bondi said they were going to form a weaponization committee and investigate these crimes, but this, of course, has not happened yet. Jack, they say, spent more than $50 million targeting Trump. Way more than that, probably $100 million. Easy. We don't even know the half of it. How much USAID money was dumped into there. So obviously that has happened, and Jack Smith is now hopefully going to have to explain that. What was all that money for if they were not breaking the law? What was it for? Why didn't he use the DOJ resources? He was in the Office of Special Counsel, but they have the Inspector Generals, and then there's various ethics committees that he could, of course, go to get opinions on things, and the Attorney General. I wonder if Merrick Garland was advised that Jack Smith was getting outside counsel to consult on his criminality, but we'll, of course, see. So that happened. We also saw yesterday, follow up to the story on the ordered firing of Mayor Adams, Emil Beauvais. Want to make sure we always get that right. Or Emil. He ordered Danielle Sassoon to fire or to dismiss the case against Mayor Adams. She did not do that. She said, I'll resign. He said, great, agree, get out. We read the letter. So then apparently it went over to a whole team of people, and they said somebody on this team needs to make the decision and go submit the motion to dismiss. And so then that happened, and here is the final document that dropped. And so you can see the person who signed this was Antoinette Bacon and Ed Sullivan, Senior Litigation Counsel, and also Emil Beauvais signed there. Now, we heard from Trump yesterday, and he was explaining that Tuesday there's going to be some serious changes, right? Like firings across the board. Pam Bondi's now been in. She's got about a week under her belt by the time we get to next week. And there may be some major changes coming. Same thing with RFK Jr. We're looking for those too. So here's the final closure here. Null pros, meaning we're just kind of voiding the prosecution. The United States submits this motion seeking dismissal without prejudice, saying the government may agree to do this and discontinue prosecutions. Through counsel, Eric Adams has consented to this. He says, I am not the prevailing party for the purposes of the Hyde Amendment. He was charged in an indictment. We remember that. And now Emil Beauvais deems this dismissal as appropriate. Now, in connection with the determination and the directive, they also concluded that the dismissal is necessary because of the appearances of impropriety. Ooh. And the risks with the 2025 elections in New York City because Damian Williams, the guy who indicted him, wants to run against him. The acting deputy attorney general reached that conclusion based upon other things, a review of Damian Williams' website maintained by him and an op-ed published by Damian Williams. Now, in connection with that determination, acting deputy Emil also concluded that continuing these proceedings would interfere with, Adams' ability to govern poses unacceptable threats to public safety and risk. Also, we reach this conclusion after learning, among other things, that as a result of these proceedings, Adams has been denied access to sensitive information that we believe he needs for the city. So accordingly, we are entering this without prejudice, and so the case is now going to go bye-bye. Signed here by Emile Gouveia, so ordered by the judge. When he signs that, I'm sure he will. That will come soon, and that will be the end of that case.